Now what I've done is I've gone and recorded some poor audio right next to a fan, and I'm going to try to remove that fan sound using Adobe Premiere Pro. It's pretty easy, but I'm going to show you all the steps on how to level your audio and make it work. Let's go. First off, I'll let you know that I'm working off the editing workspace, and if you like, you can do the same by going to the workspaces and then choosing editing. Let me introduce you to the audio meter. It shows the volume levels of your audio using decibels to measure the loudness. What are decibels? They're units that indicate your volume level. Volume level is important because your ear isn't going to be enough for keeping your audio levels within the required range. They visually show you where the levels are at, allowing you to complement your awesome video with great audio, which equals enjoyment for your viewers. At the top of the audio meter, it says 0 decibels. That's the point that you don't want to be touching. In fact, you want to keep your audio levels hovering around -6 decibels and peaking at around -3 maximum. So the clip I recorded with my iPhone microphone was right next to a fan. So I'm in a room with a fan right now, and I'm going to try to remove that fan sound. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When we're adjusting audio levels for any type of audio, we tag it first. So let's go to Window and select Essential Sound. When we click on our clip, Essential Sound will represent that selected clip. We want to make sure it's tagged appropriately. The video that I recorded will be marked as dialogue because I'm speaking. If it was a music track, I would mark it as music. You can see that Premiere has already selected dialogue, but if your version hasn't done that, it'll probably look like this. So, with your clip selected, you would select dialogue. There is an enhanced speech button, and from what I can tell, this is a quick solution for people who don't have the time to fix audio manually. Adobe tries to balance your levels and remove the background noise. Let's take a listen to how that sounds. So I'm in a room with a fan right now, and I'm going to try to remove that fan sound. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not terrible, but it's not favorable either. So let's turn that off, and let's do it manually. So next we'll play the video again, watching the audio meter to see where it's peaking currently. Then we'll make the adjustments to the gain accordingly so that it's approximately where it should be. 3, 4, 5. It appears to me that we're about 5 or 6 decibels too low. So let's make an adjustment. But first I want to show you how to loop the audio so this is a bit easier. What we want to do is go to the Program panel and go to this little plus button. Let's select the loop playback icon and drag it down here. We'll then hit OK. Then we'll go down to our sequence and we'll select an in point by hitting I and an out point by hitting O. We hit the spacebar, and then the clip will only play between the in and an out point repeatedly until we hit the spacebar again to stop it. So now we're going to adjust the gain to make sure the levels are as good as possible before we remove any of the noise. There's 2 ways to do this. One is to select the clip and then right click and then select Audio Gain. Or you could just hit the letter G. Both methods open the gain panel. We want to select Adjust Gain and then adjust the appropriate amount of decibels so that the levels hover around -6 to -3. It looked like we were about 5 or 6 decibels too low, so let's add 5 decibels. And let's have a listen to that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wish me luck. Even though it doesn't have to be precise, let's hit G and add 1 more decibel. Every time we go back and add another decibel, it's adding to the previous one. So if I had entered 6 initially, we would be at the same levels now. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm pretty happy with that. Let's go to the next step. So now, with our clip selected on the timeline, we're going to go to the Essential Sound, and we're going to move down to Repair, and then click on Reduce Noise. So now we'll start playing the clip again, and we'll adjust the slider to reduce the noise as much as we can. But we don't want to go so far that the dialogue sounds bad.
Wish me luck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wish me luck. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm pretty impressed with that. So let's move on to dynamic sound, which is under clarity, also in the essential sound panel. Dynamic processing helps to make the volume consistent by making the quieter parts louder and the louder parts quieter. I'll make the adjustments by listening to it, but I'm going to speed this part up just to keep the video a little bit shorter in time. And with that completed, we'll once again go to audio gain, only this time we're going to select Normalize Maximum Peak to -3 decibels. You can enter a higher or lower decibel level if that's what you require, but for this case, we're going to keep it in the proper range. When you click OK, all parts of your audio should reach the same maximum level that you've selected. So you won't have parts of your videos that are suddenly very loud or very quiet.
Wish me luck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And that's pretty much all you need to do. But I think you can still tell why it's a good idea to always record things in the best possible way you can. But if you have multiple clips from the same location with the same speaker, you can always copy the attributes by just hitting Command-C or Control-C on a PC, and then you can paste those attributes by going to Edit, Paste Attributes into any clip that you like, and it should turn out okay. I want to go one step farther for you and add music to this clip and show you how to do audio ducking. Audio ducking is when the music actually goes down in volume to accommodate the dialogue so that it's not overpowering it. I'm going to move our video clip over just slightly so that we can pretend that there's some sort of title there or video montage at the beginning of the video. And then we're going to lay our music down right at the start. We're going to want to mute the dialogue so that we can make sure that the music is also between -6 and -3 decibels. The music's a little bit too loud, so we're going to normalize the gain like we did with the dialogue. And once we're done with this, we'll listen to it one more time just to make sure it's not too loud. Now let's unmute the dialogue to hear how it sounds together.
So I'm in a room with a fan right now, and I'm going to try to remove that fan sound.
So I'm going to need to bring down the music so that the dialogue can be heard clearly. So making sure that the music is selected, we're going to move up to the Essential Sound panel and select Ducking. You'll want to make sure you're ducking against the dialogue trait as shown here. You can duck against many different things such as another song, ambient sounds, or sound effects. I find the levels here to be acceptable most of the time, but you may need to duck farther than the default -18 decibels depending on the song and if you hadn't adjusted the gain. The fade duration is the speed that the ducking will occur. 800 milliseconds works out nicely most of the time, but sometimes I like to go a little higher. With that selected, I can hit Generate Keyframes. And just like that, the ducking is done. Let's have a listen.
So I'm in a room with a fan right now, and I'm going to try to remove that fan sound. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wish me luck.
So that's it. So if you follow these steps, your school projects, your vlogs, anything that you're doing with video is going to sound that much better. Please take a moment to hit the like button and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. So until next time, take care.